Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we beat the Saints 24-17, and today we'll face off against the Chargers, and if we win this game, we secure the AFC West victory. The Broncos are currently the 1 seed, which is shocking because if you've been watching since the beginning of the season, we started 1-4 and have now won 10 straight. So another would make it 11 straight and would secure the AFC West. Also, Denver has already secured a playoff spot. Let's go through the standings really quick. In the AFC North, the Bengals and the Ravens are 10-5, while the Browns and the Steelers are 5-10. In the South, the Colts have secured a playoff spot at 11-4. The Jags are 8-7. The Titans 5-10. And the Texans 3-12. In the East, the Bills are 11-4. The Dolphins are 11-4. The Pats are 5-10, and the Jets are 5-10. And in the West, the Broncos have secured a playoff spot at 11-4. Chiefs are 9-6. Raiders 8-7. Chargers 6-9. NFC North, Vikings 10-5 have clinched the division. The Lions are 6-9, the Packers are 6-9, and the Bears are 3-12. In the South, the Panthers are 9-6, the Falcons are 8-7, the Bucks are 5-10, and the Saints are 3-12. In the NFC East, the Cowboys are 14-1, and I believe have clinched the 1 seed out of the NFC. The Eagles are 11-4, have secured a playoff spot. The Giants are 7-8, and the Commanders are 4-11. And finally, in the NFC West, 9-6 for the Rams, 8-7 for the Seahawks, 7-8 for the Cardinals and the Niners. So today we face off against the Chargers for the second time this season. The first time we played them was around week 2 or 3, and we beat them at the very end due to a key Damari Mathis interception. So the Chargers have struggled since then. They are 6-9 out of the playoff picture, and of course Denver has been incredible since then on a 10-game win streak. I went ahead and did the practice already. I think there was one injury to report. Caden Stearns will miss today's game with turf toe, so you'd likely see Israel Mukwamu. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into our game against the Chargers. Welcome back to Empower Field at Mile High. I've got some fun uniforms for today's, I guess, New Year's game. I didn't even realize that. We've got the snow-capped helmets for today for Denver, and I put the Chargers in their royal blues, which I think is their best jersey. I think it looks so good. So we are underway here in Denver. Britton Venable back to return. We'll actually bring this out instead of calling a fair catch this time, and gets laid out at the 22, so probably should have just called the fair catch. And this is where this Broncos offense will take the field for the first time today. The Chargers are honestly a pretty solid team on paper, so we definitely can't take this lightly, as we'll hand it off to Tyjae Spears on the first play of the day. And he'll go for 2 yards and immediately go down with injury. Spears was limping his way to the locker room, so I guess Javonte Williams will be the feature back for today. We'll see how serious Spears' injury is a little later. On 2nd and 8, we'll go to Javonte Williams. He's got a good carry here. Good blocking from the rookie center, Blaine Wynn, up the gut. 1st and 10 to the 34. From the 34, it's 1st and 10. Handoff again, Javonte Williams. Not a whole lot of space to work with. Pushed forward by the center once again, Blaine Wynn, and that is a pickup of 3. A pulled groin for Tyjae Spears. He will not return for this game. So it'll be the Javonte Williams show and a little bit of maybe Keaton Mitchell, who we signed earlier this season, and Jaleel McLaughlin. But mostly it'll be this man, Javonte Williams, pickup of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5. And there's the man I was talking about. That's Keaton Mitchell. We had him signed temporarily to the practice squad in Season 1, and he is here in Season 2 as well. We'll throw it to him on this occasion, and it's punched out. Good coverage there. It'll be 4th down, and we'll have to punt it away. So the Chargers take over offensively, and they have 3 tight ends to the left side as Herbert fires quickly, finds Keenan Allen, but it's punched out by PS2. One thing I forgot to mention, Greg Dulcich is the Chargers' starting tight end. We traded them, Greg Dulcich, to acquire Zion Johnson, the right guard, earlier this season when we felt we didn't need Dulcich anymore, and we were very injured on the offensive line. So he is number 80. You'll see him from time to time, and I am sure he will be a big part of today's offense, as we have struggled all season to stop tight ends. Empty set, Herbert throws, finds Quentin Johnston. 1st and 10 to the 35. Isaiah Spiller is their feature back, as Austin Eckler is no longer on the team. And there is Spiller, first carry on the day, brought down by Drew Sanders, and that's Israel Mukwamu filling in for the injured Caden Stearns. 2nd and 5 from the 40. And somebody moved. That is the left guard there that jumped, and they'll be pushed back. After the incompletion and the penalty, it is 3rd and 10 from the 35. Herbert, empty set, will look to throw. It's a screenplay set up for Keenan Allen, but he's not going to get the first down. It'll be 4th and 5 at the 39, and the Chargers will have to punt it away as well. So Denver will take over from their own 15, and on 1st and 10, we'll go play action. Looking downfield for Chester Truman, and he overthrew him. It is hard to overthrow the speed of Chester Truman. On 2nd and 10 from the 15, Huntley looks to throw, finds Jerry Jeudy, holds on through some contact, gets a good downfield block from Javonte Williams, but could not turn it upfield in time, but it's a 1st and 10 for Denver. From the 33, we'll hand it off to number 33, and he's got a decent running lane, although it is only going to be a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 from the 38. Huntley back to throw. Fires across the middle off the chest of Jerry Jeudy, and there is a penalty flag down, and it was pass interference on the defense. This was actually intended for Chester Truman. So Chester Truman got bumped. That's where the pass interference came from. 1st and 10 from the 44. That's Keaton Mitchell in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to him. Breaks it to the left side. He has excellent downfield speed. Tries to spin out a defender and goes down at the 45. 1st down. 2nd down, 10 to go. Handoff. Javonte Williams has some good running room. Gets most of it out of the way. It'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 36. Going back to Javonte, and he got it. Spins off a defender and then goes down to the 33, but it's a 1st and 10 for Denver. So Huntley will look to throw. Fires for Chester Truman. He makes the grab. It's a pickup of 4. On 2nd and 6 from the 29. Back to pass once again is Huntley. Finds Jerry Jeudy, who is near the 10, down at the 12, and it'll be 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Broncos. 2.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Huntley will hand off Williams, and he's tripped up and also tackled at the 5, 2nd and 3. From the 5 on 2nd down, Huntley back to pass has Jerry Jeudy nearly intercepted by Derwin. 3rd down. So from the 5, it is 3rd down and 3. Chester Truman across the middle, a missed throw from Huntley on a surefire touchdown. It's going to be 4th down, and we're going to have to settle for that field goal. Tanner Brown's kick is up. It is good, and it is 3-0 for the Broncos. So the Chargers take over from their own 25 after the touchback. It is 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Firing across the middle. That's Joshua Palmer breaking a couple of tackles, and it'll be 1st and 10 already to midfield for the Chargers. So fresh set of downs. Big play immediately for Herbert, and it'll be a handoff to Spiller, who has some good running room and gets another 1st down as he falls forward. So a minute left to play here in the first. From the 40, it's 1st and 10 for the Chargers, as Herbert will hand off again to Spiller, over pursued by one of our linebackers, breaks another tackle, goes down to the 36. On 2nd and 6 from the 36, Herbert has time, throws for Palmer, who holds on through contact, brought down by Tyreek Stevenson at the 20, and that should be the end of the first quarter. From the 20 in the red zone for the Chargers. Second quarter underway. It's Josh Palmer again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. That was Devin Bush in coverage, and it did not work out very well. Josh Palmer been busy on this drive. I believe he had 3 receptions and now a touchdown, and the Chargers will take a 6-3 lead, 7-3 pending the PAT. So Denver's offense back on the field after the failed touchdown, which was honestly just a missed throw from Tyler Huntley. And on this occasion, it's not a missed throw, it's a catch for Jerry Jeudy, and he's got a 1st down. From the 36, it's 1st and 10, and it's a handoff for Javonte Williams, and he's got a huge lane down the field. Only Derwin James to beat, and he's not quite fast enough, only to the 15, but a huge gain for Javonte Williams, and he's chirping in Derwin James's ear. 1st and 10 at the 15 for Denver. The blocks just lined up perfectly, and Javonte was gone. So Keaton Mitchell will enter the game, as I'm sure Javonte Williams is pretty gassed after that. 1st and 10 from the 15. And we will go to Keaton Mitchell, and he is killed in the backfield. That is a loss of 3. Javonte back in the game. Only needed a playoff. 2nd and 13 from the 17. We'll go to him. He cuts it up the middle, and Derwin James may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. 3rd down and 9. Huntley back to pass, hits Javonte on a screen play. Excellent block from Ben Powers, and powering forward for the first down is Javonte Williams, 1st and goal from the 3. So on 1st and goal, Huntley will fake and then throw for Bryant. Actually, that's Burton, excuse me. That is the fullback, Michael Burton, with the touchdown. A good rollout and throw from Tyler Huntley. And Denver going to take the lead after the play-action play, tossing it to the fullback for what I would only assume is his first touchdown reception of the season. So just as quickly as the Chargers scored, Denver was able to match, and now it is 10-7 for the Broncos. With 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. This is a throw for Quentin Johnston. He beat Damari Mathis off the line. We know he has good speed. Israel Mukwamu has to chase him down, but he's past the 50, past the 40 to the 36 in Denver territory. Our pass coverage thus far has been pretty poor, and typically that is a big-time strength of ours, as this will be a handoff to Isaiah Spiller, and the run defense not there either, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Chargers once again. So on 1st and 10 from the 25. Herbert back to pass under some pressure, and he's going to go down. That's Avery Baptiste, the rookie, with the sack. 2nd and 19 coming up. From the 33, it's 2nd down and a long way to go. Herbert has time, fires, finds Johnston, brought down by Kelvin Joseph. Makes it 3rd and 11. So it's 3rd and a little bit more manageable for the Chargers, but still 3rd and long. Herbert takes a snap, empty set. Has plenty of time, I mean all day, fires across the middle, it's Keenan Allen in the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. I very rarely run zone coverage, and I did on this occasion, and it came back to bite me once again. Keenan Allen into the end zone, and the Chargers will retake the lead. So it's 14-10 with about 5.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Huntley has Truman in motion. It's a jet sweep to him. Going to try to cut it back up the middle and gets 4 yards for his efforts. On 2nd and 6, Huntley has time, steps up to the right side, has nothing but green field in front of him. This is going to be a huge gain for Tyler Huntley. He'll go out of bounds at the 34, 1st and 10 in Charger territory. That was a 37-yard gain for Tyler Huntley. The pass coverage from this Chargers team has been excellent thus far. On 1st and 10 from the 34, dump this off to Rashad Winters, and he's got good speed for a tight end, and he's to the 17. We're in the red zone. 1st and 10. So on that fresh set of downs, we'll hand it off. Javonte Williams trucks over a defender, but still goes down, and it's going to be no gain. So make it 2nd and 10 as Huntley will go play action. Looks to throw, has Chester Truman in the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Denver. Chester Truman always finding ways to get open. On this occasion, wide open, and Huntley just had to get it in the area, and he did. And it's a touchdown for the Broncos. And we're just going back and forth now. It'll be 17-14 after the PAT, and Denver will retake the lead. The only issue with scoring in the manner we did is that the Chargers now have 3.5 minutes to add points themselves, and it's going to be a handoff to Spiller, cuts it back to the left, and has a pickup of 8. 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. From the 33, the Chargers in the I formation. And it's a handoff, Spiller again, and that's Uwazurike in the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd and 4. 3rd down, 4 to go. This would be a huge stop for this Broncos defense. From the 31, and that is a false start for the Chargers. They'll back it up. So that makes it 3rd down and 9 from the 26. Herbert has time, throws, finds Joshua Palmer, who breaks the Tyreek Stevenson tackle. PS2's the only guy who's going to be able to catch him, and he can't. It's a touchdown for the Chargers. They go from 3rd and long to 6 points on the board. Absolutely terrible from Tyreek Stevenson. He was in coverage. The coverage wasn't very good, and then he was the last man there to make the tackle as we sent the safeties on a blitz. And that is just terrible from Tyreek Stevenson. Well, the Chargers scored even quicker than us. It's 21-17, and we're just ahead of the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Javonte Williams goes up the gut. It'll be 2nd and 6, and that'll be the 2-minute warning come and gone. I figured it'd be a shootout with the Chargers. It always seems to be. On 2nd and 6, back to passes. Huntley finds Marvin Mims underneath, his first catch of the day. It's 1st and 10 from the 36. Huntley. Play action, looking to throw. Has Truman down the field. It's just a touch underthrown. Difficult throw to make. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10 from the 36. A little bit of a blitz here from the Chargers. Mims makes the catch. Can't break the tackle. It's 3rd and 5. About a minute left to play. A little bit more than a minute. And on 3rd and 5 from the 40. Denver throwing, and it's knocked out by Derwin James in the direction of Marvin Mims. We really need him to make that catch. It'll be 4th down, and really we have no choice but to punt this away. So the Chargers have an entire minute and all of their timeouts to try to get down the field and get more points on the board before the half. And they start with the ball in the second half. That's Dulcich. And it'll be a loss of 1. Chargers burn their first timeout there after the loss of 1. We'll see what they can do on 2nd and 11. Herbert out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, fires quickly. That's Keenan Allen. He makes the catch, but he's met immediately. It's only going to be a pickup of 3. 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. On 3rd and 8. What can Herbert manage? Fires to the right side. It's caught by Quentin Johnston. Tyreek Stevenson beat once again. It's going to be 1st and 10, and he went out of bounds. 31 seconds left in the first half. Nearing field goal range. Still a little ways to go. As Herbert rolling to his left, maybe looking to run, throwing off balance. Well, he's hit. That was never going to be complete. 2nd and 10. From the 38, Herbert throws quickly, finds Dulcich. It's 3rd and 9. They burn another timeout. There's only 22 seconds left. We'll see what they can do on 3rd down and 9 from the 39. 22 seconds. Herbert throws quickly, finds Josh Palmer, and he makes the grab over Tyreek Stevenson. So they used their last timeout, so they're going to have to go very, very quickly here. 18 seconds left. Herbert adjusting the play before taking the snap. Hit as he throws. That's out of bounds in the direction of Dulcich. 15 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Herbert has time, but it's running out. He throws it away again. 3rd and 10. 11 seconds left from the 49. Maybe the last play of the half. Herbert running out of time. Zach Allen in the backfield. That's caught by Keenan Allen, and he gets out of bounds at the 35. 6 seconds left. They are in field goal range, and they will attempt the field goal. Not a chip shot by any means. About a 52-yarder. That kick is up. It's accurate enough, and it had plenty of leg. That is good. That is Cade York. He is the new Chargers kicker this season. So we head to halftime with the Chargers up 24-17. We have struggled defensively, especially through the air, which is all they seem to be doing. Only 6 rushing plays so far today. Take a look at the Kansas City versus Las Vegas game. The Chiefs are up 10-3 there. Of course, if we win today, they no longer can win the AFC West. Stopping by LA, where Buffalo is visiting the Rams, and they are up 14-0. And finally, the Falcons up 14-6 on the Panthers, who we finish the season against next week. So the Chargers do start with the ball here in the second half, so Denver really needs a stop. If we allow any points here, we're going to have to dig ourselves out of a hole. It's a good carry for Isaiah Spiller. Jukes out Cameron Bynum, and it's going to be 2nd and inches. On 2nd and inches, they're still in the shotgun, so they may not be looking to run here, although they could always hand it off to Spiller to Herbert's left. No, it is going to be a throw, and it's caught by Greg Dulcich, brought down by Mukwamu at the 39. 1st and 10 from the 39. Herbert has all kinds of time, throws, it's knocked away by PS2. A good diving attempt from him. As Herbert's changing up the play, calling an audible before taking the snap. Throws quickly, that's Keenan Allen, makes the grab off the line, beat PS2. It'll be 1st and 10 again for the Chargers. We just cannot seem to beat them through the air. Our pass coverage has not been good so far today. Herbert back to pass, throwing, finds... That is Greg Dulcich, brought down by Cameron Bynum. 2nd and 6 from the 43, already nearing field goal range. And it's going to be a run for Spiller, and that's Zach Allen in the backfield. It's going to be no gain. 3rd and 6. Can Denver get a stop? From the 43, Herbert throws quickly. It's Joshua Palmer. It's Stevenson getting beat in coverage again. He is getting scorched so far today. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. After that play from the 27, Herbert out of the shotgun, hands off Spiller, jukes out. Drew Sanders breaks the PS2 tackle and has a pickup of 7. So it is 2nd and 3 for LA as Herbert Throws quickly. Nobody on Greg Dulcich, and that's a touchdown for LA. I don't know what happened there. A coverage mix-up, I guess. Absolutely nobody was covering the tight end Greg Dulcich, and he gets revenge on his former team with a touchdown here. And the Chargers will extend their lead to 31-17. So Denver finds themselves down 31-17 here in the third quarter. And the defense unable to stop the Chargers today. There's going to be a jet sweep for Truman. And Bosa blew it up unblocked. 2nd and 13 from the 22. Huntley will look to pass. Has Chester Truman underneath. Makes the grab and makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 3. From the 32 on 3rd and 3. We'll look to throw with Huntley. Actually, we'll look to run with Huntley. He's got a ton of running room here. Again to the right side. He's going to get to the 30 and then go out of bounds around the 28. 1st and 10. 2 rushes. 76 yards for Tyler Huntley. So Denver from the 28 in Charger territory. Hand off to Javonte Williams. He gets 3 yards. On 2nd and 7. Look to throw, find Chester Truman, and Derwin punches it out. So it is now 3rd and 7 from the 25. Back to pass again is Huntley. Gonna find Truman again, but hit as he throws. It falls incomplete. It's 4th and 7 at the 25. We will have to settle for this Tanner Brown field goal attempt. That kick is up. It is good. And it is still a 2-possession lead for the Chargers, and they're about to get the ball back. 1st and 10 for LA, starting from their own 25. Herbert running out of time, launching one down the field for Quentin Johnston, who makes the grab ahead of Damari Mathis. I cannot believe Justin Herbert just made that throw. If anybody in the NFL is going to make that throw, it's going to be Justin Herbert, but going backwards and then just launching it down the field, and already the Chargers are in the red zone. Normally we are just so good in coverage, and this week we are just getting killed. 1st and 10 from the 17. Herbert in the zone, obviously, after a play like that. Throws quickly for Joshua Palmer, who holds on through contact. 2nd down and 5 from the 13. Herbert completely by himself in the backfield, finds Dulcich punched out. That's Pat Surtain, 3rd and 5. 3rd down, 5 to go from the 13. Herbert throws, and that is off the mark for Dulcich. One of the few inaccuracies today from Herbert, and it looks like the Chargers will settle for a field goal. So a little unfortunate for the Chargers. The huge play from Quentin Johnston only leads to 3. But they are still up by 14 with not a ton of time left. So the Broncos offense back on the field, still down by 14 as Huntley throws across the middle. That's Rashad Winters making the grab, and that's a 1st down. From the 35, Huntley will look to throw again. Running out of time, and that's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Chargers. Bad to worse for the Broncos. Tyler Huntley fumbles on this occasion, and the Chargers are going to take over with excellent field position. It was Joey Bosa that forced the ball out. That almost feels like a dagger at this point, right through the Broncos' hearts. 1st and 10 from the 22, nearly in the red zone already for the Chargers. That's caught by Quentin Johnston. Damari Mathis touches him down at the 9. It's going to be 1st and goal. From the 10, it is 2nd and goal. Herbert by himself fires quickly. That is Keenan Allen. And he'll go down at the 4. It'll be 3rd and goal. Best case for Denver is holding them to a field goal here. And that's not even that good of a case, because that would still be a 3-possession lead. Either way, it's 3 possessions. That's a touchdown for Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are dominating this second half. And our defense looks like the defense of old of the first 5 weeks, when we were getting killed nearly every week. But we did manage to beat the Chargers during that stretch, but it's not looking likely this time. Well, it goes from bad to worse for Denver. 41-20, the Chargers lead. We'll look to throw here. Going to launch one down the field for Jerry Jeudy. Can't make anything happen. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Huntley play action, back to pass. And inaccurate. Had Chester Truman wide open with a ton of green down the field. On 3rd and 10 from the 25. Play action again. Huntley back to pass. Has Mims, but he missed him. Tyler Huntley not playing well And we really need him to right now. It's 4th and 10. So the Chargers take back over. Excellent field position. 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing for Dulcich. Caught. Brought down by Devin Bush. That's a first down. 4:28 for Herbert, by the way. Just nothing we can do at the moment. Herbert playing like an MVP. 1st and 10 from the 45. And we'll send a blitz, but he throws quickly. Should have been intercepted by Pat Surtain. That maybe could have changed the tides. So it's 2nd and 10, likely the last play of the 3rd quarter, unless it's an incompletion. As Herbert fires downfield, again could have been picked by PS2. Deflected, 3rd and 10. It is still the 3rd quarter. Now this play will definitely be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 10. Can Denver finally get a stop? Herbert under pressure, hit as he throws. It's incomplete. It'll be 4th and 10 to start the 4th quarter. So a good punt sees Denver start from their own 6. They absolutely have to score on this drive, I would say. This will be a throw for Jerry Jeudy. Jukes back to the middle of the field and goes down via Derwin James at the 21. 1st and 10. Huntley will look to throw. Has Rashad Winters underneath. Holds on through the contact. It'll be 2nd and 3. From the 28. Huntley back to throw again. Has Jerry Jeudy. He makes the grab. He's got good speed down the field. Can't break away, can't find the edge, but to the 49 nearing midfield. So it's a 1st and 10 from about midfield. Huntley back to pass again. Going to dump this off to Marvin Mims. Holds on through the contact. That's a pickup of 6. From the 45, it's 2nd and 4. Huntley to pass again. Looking for Jerry Jeudy. Did he make that catch? Nearly came down with it through the contact. It's incomplete, though. 3rd and 4. I would argue it's 4-down territory already at this point. We have Rashad Winters. He makes the catch, has room to work with. Goes to the 26. It's a 1st and 10 for Denver. 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to pass, looking for Josh Reynolds. And that'll be a first down to the 15. 8 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 from the 15. And looking for Rashad Winters. He dropped it. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 15. Change up the pace. Hand it off Javonte. And he's only going to lose a yard. 3rd down, 11 to go. Huntley back to pass. Has Chester Truman in the end zone. He makes the catch. And it's a touchdown for the Broncos. Trying to chew away at this lead. And it's going to be a 2-possession game with the Chargers up. But Chester Truman, his 2nd touchdown catch on the day, an absolute touchdown magnet as Huntley makes a good throw under some pressure, and we'll try to chip away at this lead if we can. So 1st and 10 LA. Denver really needs to force a 3-and-out if they can here to have really any sort of chance. This is a run for Spiller, and it's immediately, actually just short of the first down. Could still be a 3-and-out, but unlikely on 2nd and inches. 2nd and inches from the 35. It's a run up the gut for Spiller, and that's Baron Browning. Haven't called his name really at all today. 3rd and 2. It is an empty set for Herbert. So they are definitely throwing here on 3rd and 2. Throws quickly for Dulcich, and I mean, he is wide open. Mukwamu did not come down, and Dulcich makes the play. It's a 1st and 10. Another empty set for Herbert, looking to throw again. I mean, if we could get an interception off of him, that would be great. Under pressure, immediately caught by Spiller. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 48, it is 2nd and 8. And it's a handoff. Spiller, brought down by Devin Bush and Drew Sanders, but it is a pickup of 6. So make it 3rd down and 4. Need a stop here from the 49. Herbert throws. Intercepted by Drew Sanders. And he's got nobody in front of him. Nothing but green to the 20, to the 10. Spiller's not going to catch him. It's a pick 6 for Drew Sanders. A huge play at a crucial time for the Broncos linebacker. I believe it might be his first interception all season, and it is maybe the biggest one of the season, keeping Denver in the game. That was in the direction of Dulcich, and Drew Sanders picked it off and returned it for 6. This PAT makes it a 7-point game. It is 41-34 for the Chargers with 3:45 left here in the 4th. An absolutely critical error from Justin Herbert, giving the Broncos a little bit of hope here. And it's going to be a throw again here on 1st down. Throws it away, actually, in the direction of, I think that's Trey McKitty, the backup tight end. So it's 2nd and 10. Clock stops because of the throwaway. 3:40 left to play. Herbert will look to throw again, fires quickly for Keenan Allen. It's knocked away by Pat Surtain. So it is 3rd and 10, and this would be an extremely critical stop for the Broncos defense. Herbert under pressure finds Keenan Allen, who is wide open in the middle of the field, and they're basically already in field goal range at the 42. PS2 doesn't mess up a lot, but he did on this occasion, and that might ruin the game for the Broncos. So now the Chargers can burn the clock and just get a few extra yards to get into field goal range. From the 42, Herbert throwing off balance, but finds his man. That's Greg Dulcich. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 13. With the 2-minute warning come and gone, though, I believe that the Chargers will just try to kill the clock. And honestly, we need them to score more than anything else, as Spiller takes this up the gut, and Cameron Bynum tries to run away to not bring him down, but he goes down at the 1. I feel like I can't burn the timeout there. I probably should have, because they can just kill the clock now. I need them to score, in all honesty. 1st and goal from the 1. As Spiller takes the carry, and he's got the touchdown. Avery Baptiste is injured on the play as well. So the PAT makes it a 2-possession lead for the Chargers. So Denver's only hope now is to get down the field, score very quickly, and not use a single timeout. Maybe, just maybe, Britton Venable can do something magical here. It would really help us a lot, but he can't. Goes down at the 21. So I'm not sure how we're going to manage this, but we'll give it our best shot as Huntley on the run gets hit as he throws. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10 from the 21. Back to pass is Huntley. Hit as he throws. This one might be picked by Derwin in the direction of Jerry Jeudy. It falls incomplete. It really feels like we don't have a choice but to just kind of launch it down the field. On 3rd and 10 from the 21. Huntley gonna step up to run. And the game really comes down to this. 4th and 6. Snap the ball. Tyler Huntley throwing for Jeudy. He holds on through the contact. We have to hurry it up. And yeah, I think I just mismanaged the clock. Really, we needed to use those timeouts earlier and go for the onside kick. Throw this in the direction of Keaton Mitchell. Falls incomplete. 12 seconds left. At this point, it's just throw a bomb down the field and pray. Britton Venable has a step. Huntley might not have the arm for it. He doesn't. He doesn't have the arm for it. Britton Venable had a step. And this game really, at this point, is over. I mismanaged the use of the timeouts, but it is what it is. It was a slim chance of winning anyway. 3rd and 10. Huntley back to throw under pressure. 4th and 10. 4th down and 10. It's the last play of the day for the Broncos. Looking downfield, that's Marvin Mims. He makes the catch. He's in Charger territory. Goes down to the 29, but it's a little too late. 48-34 is your final. The Chargers do break the Broncos' winning streak at 10 games. The Broncos will fall to 11-5, but they have secured a playoff spot, so it's not the end of the world to lose this game. The Chargers, I don't think, can make the playoffs at this point, but really on paper, I feel like they're such a good team, and they just fail time and time again. Take a look at the player stats. Justin Herbert was absolutely insane today outside of the 1 interception. 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. I mean, probably would have had a perfect passer rating if it weren't for the interception. Huntley wasn't too bad, but the inaccuracies were back pretty significantly today. Missed quite a few throws. Definitely wasn't as accurate with that poor completion percentage. Did have 3 touchdowns and did not throw a pick though. Rushing, Javonte Williams 13 for 95, 7.3 average. Tyler Huntley had 3 big runs. Truman had 2 runs. Keaton Mitchell we saw sparingly, and of course Tajay Spears left early with an injury. Receiving, I mean, the Chargers are going to lead the way no matter what because their quarterback threw for 500 yards, but this is just gross. Greg Dulcich had 8 for 80 and a touchdown. Keenan Allen 8 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Joshua Palmer absolutely dunked all over Tyreek Stevenson. I don't even know how he did so poorly. Jerry Jeudy 6 for 90. Quentin Johnson 6 for 148. I mean, gosh, we were just terrible in pass coverage today. If we look at just the Broncos, it's Jerry Jeudy 6 for 90, Mims 4 for 57, Winters 4 for 53, Chester 4 for 47 and 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, Josh Reynolds, and Michael Burton all had catches as well. And then finally, if we look defensively, Tyreek Stevenson had the most tackles, but that's probably because Josh Palmer was open literally all the time. Devin Bush had 2 TFLs. Did anybody else have TFLs? Zach Allen had 2 TFLs. Baron Browning had a TFL. Uwazurike a TFL, and Baptiste a TFL. The only one with a sack today was Avery Baptiste. And then Drew Sanders, of course, had that pick 6, which gave us a lot of hope, but then immediately that hope was snuffed out by the Chargers. Tajay Spears will actually miss the next 4 weeks with that pulled groin injury. Really unfortunate timing. Of course, we do have Javonte Williams, who is technically an upgrade because he has a higher overall than Spears, but it does suck to lose sort of the 2-headed backfield I had been using. I really liked the mix-up that we were getting, but it looks like we will promote Javonte to sort of the starting role and then have Keaton Mitchell and Jaleel McLaughlin sort of take on the backup role and give us the speed option if we need it. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of that game. I'm still trying to refine the sliders, and I feel like I may have tweaked it a little too far in the opposite direction, but at the same time, we have been known to get killed by elite quarterbacks, and Justin Herbert's like a 95 overall in this game or something. So I sort of expected to, I didn't expect to lose quite as badly as we did, but I sort of expected the Chargers to be able to do very well offensively. But I do think our pass coverage was way too bad, considering that their wide receivers are not that great. Like Joshua Palmer's a 78, Quentin Johnston's a 78, Keenan's still an 88 and an X factor, so I understand him doing well. And of course, Dulcich is a superstar tight end, so him doing well is not surprising. We've struggled against tight ends all season. But yeah, I think that game was probably a little bit too flipped, so I might go in, tweak sliders a little bit more, try to make it a little bit more balanced. But also, like, it's hard to say, right? Because we probably should be losing to these really good teams, because I think you look at our roster on paper, we're 80 overall, right? We have no business being 11-5. I think we just had a really easy schedule past the first 5 weeks, and I just kind of found a rhythm, and it's been pretty easy otherwise. So the big thing is I want the games to be a little bit less higher scoring. I want the defenses to be able to make stops and punt it away. I want points to be harder to come by. It's very easy to score the 48 that the Chargers scored. It's very easy for us to score the 34 that we scored. That's still a lot of points for us to put up on the board. I want the games a little bit more down to earth, like that Saints game was, 24-17. We actually didn't score at all in the second half during that Saints game. So we're on to week 18. The Broncos are 11-5. The Chiefs are 10-6. So if we lose and the Chiefs win, the Chiefs would win the AFC West. We would still be in the playoffs. We have clinched a playoff spot regardless. I don't think we can be the 1 seed anymore, but there is a chance that we would drop all the way to the 7 seed if we lose to Kansas City. That is crazy that at 10-6, the Chiefs are the 7 seed. But at the same time, like, the teams I would really want to play would be the Dolphins or the Colts. I think that they are the weakest of the teams here. The Ravens are incredible. The Bengals are incredible. The Chiefs are incredible. Of course, it seems like the Bills are going to get that 1 seed. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy end of the season. It's going to be a crazy playoffs. Hopefully we can make some magic happen. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, let me know what you thought about that game. I think it played a little bit too into the hands of the CPU. So we'll try to get it settled in and really refined and make the games really fun and enjoyable for everyone. But if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like for me. And if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the Panthers.